Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Velvet Lounge Life Outlander edition. In this edition, we are going to talk about the episode, The Company We Keep. Also, one of the things that I was questioning is, what are your thoughts about this season so far? If you noticed, a lot of time is being spent talking about I guess what in the acting industry we'd call them I hate using this, but B-level or second-level actors versus talking about the main characters, of course, which is what everyone really came for. And what are your thoughts on that? I actually have an opinion on it. I don't know if I love it, if I hate it, if I'm okay with it, if I really wanted to know more about them on the television series. Obviously, the books are incredibly thick, so a lot of time can be spent, when you're dealing with character development. Like this is one of the books. You can see how thick that is. That's 1,131 pages. But on a television series, whereas each season is 13 episodes, except for the first season of Outlander was 16 episodes, I don't know if I want that real estate spent there. Like 80% of, I will say 70 to 80% of this episode was spent on the story of Isaiah Morton and Ellie, or Alicia, who are two young star-crossed lovers, and how the norms of the 1700s were so different than what they are today. I think that, there's almost a social message in this particular episode, just like in the previous. If you think about it, the other episodes of the season sort of had that social message thing as well. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying, I don't know if I need more of Claire, Jamie, Bree, and Roger. And also, like, their close-knit family, Fergus, Marcelly, Lizzie, like, what happened to Lizzie and her dad, for example? And where's Ian? Like, in less of, I hate to say it, but these other characters. Just tell me what your thoughts are. Leave a comment down below. And remember that every time you comment on a video as a subscriber of this channel, you will be entered into our gifts giveaway that we're going to be doing when we reach 2,225 subscribers. So you don't want to miss out on that. And as I just stated, all you have to do is subscribe and comment. That's an entry. Every additional comment on any of the videos, or even if you have multiple comments on one video, will equate to additional entries for the free drawings. We even pay the postage. So, and we offer a lot more than, of course, the Outlander series on this channel, so please check it out. And remember to give us a thumbs up. Show YouTube that this is content people actually want to see. So let's get into this. So everyone is in Brownsville at this point. And unfortunately, when they arrive, people are unhappy because with the militia arrives Isaiah Morton. And Isaiah is not welcome in this town because there's a belief that he has sullied the reputation of Ellie. And Ellie and Isaiah are they're so in love. Like they're crazy love, if you will, in a good way. And the thing is, her father has already promised her hand in marriage to this guy named Elijah. The reason that he did that is back then marriages were more like a business transaction in most cases, because if you could further your family's wealth or either their reputation or both, that was supposed to be the goal. If you had daughters, that was a value of having a daughter, supposedly, even though they probably did the majority of the work around the house and the dirty laundry and all the other horrible jobs. Not saying that the fellows did not work hard, but the women probably worked even harder and had even worse jobs because in many cases they had no choices. And they obviously had zero rights. They were almost like chattel. So that's why I'm saying, like, lots of social commentary in these episodes this season so far. So anyway, when they return, as I said, people were really angry. They now want his head basically on a pike, and that's almost not even a joke. And, you know, what happens, and I'm just going to basically quickly tell you their story, even though it did take up a lot of this episode, is at the end of it all, you know, people were angry with Roger. Even Roger was like, Jesus, I'm in trouble, and I'm the captain of the militia right now because Jamie's engaged in other business, and, you know, he's in charge. And so he tries to soothe their savage souls with song and whiskey, and that doesn't exactly work because a lot of the militia actually abandon him. That is like the worst thing that could happen to a military leader or any type of leader, is to have your folks abandoning you and not, you know, like literally leaving. Not good. And so he, you know, is kind of in trouble with everyone, including Jamie, because even Jamie does not agree with what he did because of the situation and the fact that he feels that Isaiah has sullied this young lady as well. And what ends up happening, though, and I just will tell you it all, is that she is not only in love, he's not only in love, they are also going to have a child. He does not know that until she reveals it later on in the episode. So at the end of the day, what happens is Roger, Claire, and Jamie arrange for this couple to escape Brownsville. So they actually do get away, unlike Romeo and Juliet, who had a tragic ending. You see these two with coattails flying, hair in the air, you know, at full speed on a stallion, getting away. So that's a good thing that happened. And that's unfortunately after Ellie had attempted to commit suicide, which thankfully she was not successful at doing. One of the things that also happens is, I want you to simply look at this beautiful young man. This is an actor that plays Kezi and Josiah Beardsley. So he is playing two roles, both twins. And I had to throw that in as just a little sweet extra for you because I did not realize that it was the same actor, but I kept looking at him and I was like, even though these two are supposed to be twins, there's something so familiar. Come to find out, the same guy is playing both parts, which is awesome. But when Jamie and Claire get a chance to talk to the twins, they are able to tell them that they are free. They are no longer indentured servants. And of course, they are incredibly happy about that. And instantly, Josiah is like, awesome, I'm free, I'm 16 years old, I am joining your militia. Jamie has to tell him to slow his roll because Jamie has their paperwork, and in the paperwork, it shows that they are actually only 14 years old. So they are 2 years too young to join the militia. So what he decides to do, because they so desperately want to serve and also to keep them out of danger, is he tells them that they will be able to help if they want to by providing game, aka fresh killed meat, for the Ridge or the people of the Ridge. And eagerly they do, of course, want to do that. They're like, you know, awesome, great. But in passing, Claire notices that Kezi now seems to be sick. Remember, Josiah, this is Josiah. Kezi that's the back of him. Of course, it's the same actor playing both roles, so this is really some other guy or gal. Kezi and Josiah, at the end of the day, both need their tonsils out. They probably have what equates to a contagious type of strep throat. And so they have to sleep a little bit further away from the other people at the camp because she asked them to. And they make arrangements, meaning Claire and Jamie and the boys and even Roger. So this gets Roger out of that military situation he's in, to go back to the Ridge so that she can operate on the boys' tonsils, which she will do in the very next episode. So that will be coming up in episode 5. And also remember, she's working on an antibiotic, which would be something to the equivalent of penicillin. And obviously all of that stuff is back at the Ridge. And everyone agrees that they will all return to the Ridge. Also, the other thing that's going on is the little baby Beardsley, sweet little cute baby, is still in the care of Jamie and Claire, and the baby actually needs a human mother's milk. They actually are suggested, this couple who just lost their child, who was a baby, and the mother is still lactating. So her name is Lucinda, and she immediately, without hesitation, agrees to take this child and take care of it and nurse it. And her husband is right there by her side as well, agreeing to do that. This is a great thing and we need to do this right now without any questions or hesitations. And they don't even care what anyone else says or thinks. And of course, Claire's eyebrows are raised a little bit because that's a possibility. This could be a new home for this baby. But obviously more observations are needed and she needs to talk to Jamie about it. So Jamie is dealing with the fact that this guy, Elijah, has just entered town and he's sort of like, yeah, I do not like anything that's going on here. And we need to, take care of business and get rid of this guy, Isaiah, because he's like, even if Elijah were to take Ellie as a wife, he would have to take her with a history. Obviously, like I said, no one knows other than Claire, Isaiah, of course, Ellie, because she's pregnant, and Jamie, that she's pregnant. So no one else knows. So imagine if they knew that, they would instantly have no sympathy whatsoever. So thankfully they never know that. But one of the things that ends up happening is Jamie makes a deal. So a lot of deal making in this episode. And he is able to get all of the people of Brownsville on his side. And now all of the men are going to report into his militia. And so the other thing that's going on at this point back at Fraser's Ridge is Bree is incredibly worried because baby Jemmy is missing. Now this is a super duper incredible spoiler alert. Baby Jemmy will grow up to be a youngster, a teenager, etc. And going missing will not be something that he grows out of. It is going to be so bad at one point when so here you go. You ready for this? Bree, Roger, their baby Mandy, which isn't born yet, and Jemmy will end up going back to the future for safety reasons. And when they do that, Jemmy will go missing again. Roger and Bree will believe that he has gone back to the past, and it will cause Roger to follow him to go back to the past, just to find out he never was in the past. He was hiding out in the future. So I'm just saying, this is like almost a precursor to set up something that is going to cause a lot of different events to occur in future episodes. And of course, all of this is in the books. So hopefully you enjoyed that particular spoiler alert, because that is crazy. But anyway, in the meantime, in this particular episode, they will find that baby Jemmy, or toddler Jemmy, is hiding in a cabinet, just enjoying his little boy fun, even though it's driving his mother crazy. So down in the comments below, please tell me what you think about that. And also, please tell me what you think about the fact that a lot of the episodes this season so far are concentrating on those second level, B-level actors' stories or characters' stories. Like I said, in the book, there's lots of room to do that, when you have over 1,000 pages. But when you're doing a 13 episode show, what do please leave your comments, your opinions as to what your thoughts and feelings are about that down below. And so eventually, like I said, the baby is found, but one of the things that happens is a conversation that Bree has with Marcelly, because Marcelly is like, sit down, have a cup of tea, coffee, chicory coffee, whatever it is they're drinking, and tell me what the heck is going on. Why do you seem so freaked out? You've moved out of your house up here into your mother and father's house where it's more secure. I can tell something's going on. And so Bree basically doesn't reveal anything, even though you could tell she sort of wants to. And I don't know why she doesn't. Stephen Bonnet is in the 1700s, so she could easily tell Marcelly about Stephen Bonnet. She may not want to tell her about the rape, but she could tell her enough where she could have additional eyes on alert. And that's one of the issues with Bree, if you notice. From the very, very beginning of Outlander, when she came into play with controversy, is the reason that she ended up getting into more trouble and, things got worse. It's not her fault, but, things did get worse because she did not tell her mother and father what was going on, did not want to tell Roger what had happened. And now it's like, you're not telling Marcelly that there's this dangerous guy that is, pretty much prowling around. And so, what are your thoughts about that? Leave that down below in the comments. And yes, this is one of the items that we are giving away, this sterling silver item. I will not reveal the entire item because I'm going to do a separate video on the giveaway so you can see all that we have so far. So anyway, yep, that happens, but like I said, baby Jemmy is found safe. So one of the other things that happens after getting their amazing, awesome news about their freedom is Kezi is sick. So you already know that Josiah is technically sick. He's walking around with an infection in his throat. He needs to have his tonsils removed, and on occasion he's feverish. Now Kezi has the same symptoms. So what has to happen is Claire and the twins have to leave the Ridge because everything she needs to treat and operate them and also help them with their recovery is back at the Ridge. So there's an agreement that's made between Claire, Roger, Jamie that they will take the twins back so that they can be treated and taken care of. And Roger is left with a feeling of, oh my God, Jamie totally hates me. He doesn't trust me at all because of this deal that I made with Ellie's dad and the fact that the militia, a lot of them abandoned me. And Claire has to remind him that straighten up and fly right. Think about it. He's trusting you with the thing that he values most in life, which is me, Claire Fraser. And Roger's like, whoa, I just slowed my roll and now I get it. And he obviously now doesn't feel as bad. But Roger, he's a very thoughtful person. So he probably will still have opinions about that. So at the end of the day, there's a little bit of merriment, which is really nice to see. And look at the form of those fingers. Someone knows how to dance a little bit. He is not the best dancer, but he definitely knows how to have a good time. And so that actually lightens the mood, obviously gets the militia back in order, and the people of the town are pacified. So the other thing that's happening is there are thoughts. Okay, so thoughts are happening. And those thoughts are, Jamie asks Claire, how would she like to have the little baby Beardsley stay with them? They will adopt this child like they've adopted others. They adopted Fergus. Of course, Claire, lost her parents at an early age. Jamie lost his mother and father at a very early age. This is nothing new to them. Obviously, the Beardsley twins, lost their parents at an early age as well. And they've adopted, all of these kids already. Why not one more? And especially after he sees how has been observing, I should say, how she is with this baby. And he also has feelings for the child. But at the end of the day, they both decide that it is the stupidest idea ever because of the type of life that they live and also who and what they are. she's a time traveler. He's involved with a time traveler. They know that the Revolutionary War is coming. They know that their house is going to burn down with or without them in it. Like, there's certain impending things, as well as they have a lot of other people that they involved in their story, if you will, that will need protection from them. And will they really have room for a baby? Even though you know they would be amazing parents to that baby. But at the end of the day, there is an agreement, sort of. It's not fully put in stone, but it looks as if Lucinda and her husband will be allowed to take the baby into their care and adopt it. They already have asked about it, and of course Lucinda had hinted at it several times. So in the next episode, I am pretty sure that story will come to a conclusion. So some of the other things that happen are, at the end of the episode, you know, there are certain conclusionary things, such as, obviously, the people of the Ridge, that militia, you know, they're back together under the leadership of Jamie. Roger, Claire, and the twins will return to the Ridge. Bree is dealing with a situation mentally, as far as Stephen Bonnet goes. And it's not even just a mental thing, because he physically is out there and no one knows where he is at this point. And also, you know, the medical questions are going to be coming, you know, into the light, because they need to figure out who published that information in the newspaper. And also next week, some of the things that are going to happen are operations, redcoats, choices, bonnet question mark. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another edition of our Outlander series on the Velvet Lounge Life. Once again, please remember to leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the videos on other social media sites. If you're in an Outlander group, please share the video. The more people that we get watching these, the better. And like I said, I didn't say this, I don't think, yet. But on Tuesday or Wednesday, I am going to have a very special edition that I am kind of happy about of Outlander published on my channel. And it is going to reveal some crazy information you guys will not want to miss. And I just reviewed this episode, so that tells you it's outside of any of the television episodes. Extras, extras, extras. Why? Because you guys deserve it. And also, please remember that your health is your wealth. And without your health, you have absolutely nothing. So please, please, please take care of yourselves and enjoy your day.